Hi, I'm Kwa, and today I have a story for you guys because I feel like we learn the best through stories, right? So the story goes there's two monks, one older and one younger. They were both traveling together, and they came up to this river. On the side of the river, there was a woman trying to cross the river. However, the current was so fast and so strong she couldn't cross by herself. So she asked the monks for help. Now, the older monk, without saying a word, and despite taking a vow of not touching women, he carried her across the river and set her on the side of the river. The younger monk soon met them across the river. But by the time he joined them across the river, he was so appalled that the older monk have carried her across the river because they've taken a vow not to touch women, and the older monk broke that vow. But the younger monk didn't speak up at that time. So they continued to travel together. An hour had passed, and then two, and then now 3 hours have passed. The whole time, the younger monk was just thinking about the situation, and he was so bothered and so agitated and so annoyed. He finally came out with it. He's like, hey, you've broken the vow not to touch women. You carried her across the river. What's up with that? Why did you do that? The older monk replied, I've dropped her on the side of the river hours ago. Why are you still carrying her? So the moral of the story is suffering is optional. How many times we complain about things in our mind, in our head, and we continue to complain and complain and complain, never thinking about trying to find a solution. We just want to complain in our mind. Or someone have offended you. They offended you once, but you continue to play that story or that movie over and over and over in your mind, so that offense happened 1,000,000 times in your mind. And now you're suffering needlessly, right? So if you're complaining about something, at least try to find a solution for it so you don't continue to ruin your inner peace. Or if someone offended you or you offended somebody else, find it in your heart to forgive them or forgive yourself so you don't continue to play that movie over and over in your mind and you continue to suffer needlessly, because inner peace is very important. Now, the second lesson I've learned from this is don't be so legalistic. I know there's vows out there, there's laws out there, there's rules out there for different reasons, right? But don't do it at the expense of being loving and being compassionate. Just like the older monk, it was more important to him to love on the woman and be compassionate toward the woman, to help her across the river and not worry about the vow that he had taken. So it was okay for him to break the vow as long as he was showing love and compassion. And that's my point. What's the point of adhering to vows, laws, and rules where you can't even be loving and compassionate to your fellow brothers and sisters? So I hope that helps. Continue to spread peace, love, and joy in this world, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.